Yeah, I mean, I'm under the mindset, very performance related, that all skills can be basically created and learned. You know, genetics and hereditary will get you so far in life, what you get given from your parents. But ultimately, it's you grow into a lot of things. So what you've just said then in terms of what you learn in school, that took me a long way. You know, I mean, I turned up at Porridge Depot, I was a little shit. You know, I thought the world owed me something. But straight away, you're in an environment where you're in with 25, 26-year-olds. One of the or two of the blokes were double my age in Depot, and it was like I'm learning from them. I grew up instantly. You know, it was like I'd say something and someone would just go, "Shut up," and I'd be like, "Whoa, I'm never who you're talking to," sort of thing. And then all of a sudden, you know, these big lads who have been training for 20 years to join the Paras. And I'm just like, I don't even know what the Paras is. I'm just there to turn up and show up and bluff my way through it. And these boys are like, no, this is what you need to do. You go down this route, you do this. And I grew up very, very quick in Depot. So the skills I learned, you know, the interpersonal skills and understanding when to open your mouth and when not to open your mouth, you know, how to talk to people, how you can get the most out of one person by saying something, but you say something different to get the same amount out of another person. Already I'm starting to shape the skills that ultimately came back to me all these years later when I started coaching. And, you know, and you don't realize it at the time. You know, there's subconscious skills that are just happening and building. You're growing as a person. And then when you're trying to then teach that back to people, you're pulling stuff in from all those years ago. And you're like, I didn't even realize I learned that shit then, you know. And only when you look at it, you know, objectively, subjectively, however you want to look at it, when you look at it and analyze it from where you've been, you think, you know, you've learned so much and all these different environments that I just kept getting picked up and placed into. I just took a little bit from that. I'm the biggest thief in the world when it comes to coaching and personal training. And that's what the best coaches do. They steal absolutely every pocket of information you possibly can. You know, take the good out of everyone. And, you know, that coach is doing something amazing there. I'm on Instagram all the time at the moment. You know, I'm you know, firing into all sorts of coaches' DMs going, what do you mean by that, mate? Can you explain that to me? Love that. Love that. Do you mind if I ask a few more questions? Can we get on a call? You know, I'm just that's the way I am. I just think I want to know everything and anything I can possibly do in order to make me better, which will inevitably make everyone I coach better. And you're absolutely right. These skills are just, you know, every step of the way you'll pull something. It might only be small, but it'll be something and you'll pull it out. And every time, one of the first jobs I had post Depot was absolutely right. It's the worst job I've ever had, you know, worse than, you know, I've talked about it once, I think, on a podcast a while ago. And it was when I first got out, because I was so young, everyone went and deployed on Operation Tour to Afghan. So the moment we left Depot in April 2008, all my lads went straight and deployed on Heracate at the time. And they was like to me, you're not going anywhere. There's your number two. She's too young. My job was, I was in charge of repats and funerals. I wasn't in charge. I was a part of repatriations and funerals, 17 dues. So all these people was coming back off the plane who had unfortunately lost their lives. And I was the one who had to, you know, carry them and you know, do all like the gun salutes and stuff. And it was a horrendous time in my life, but you know, and it's a little bit ruthless to say, but how much I grew in that moment, that for those next 6 or 7 months was, as a person, was unbelievable. So I'm stood at, you know, funerals and wakes and talking to these families who I felt I had no right to carry. These people are heroes. Who the fuck am I to be carrying this person? And I'm, you know, you got mums and dads and brothers and sisters coming up to me saying, oh, so how did you know my son? And I'm just like, you know, I don't. And, you know, but me trying to get to claw a little bit back from that, trying to get into a conversation with them and be like, you know, this is who I am. This, you know, I'm just there to do this job. You know, I haven't been out there. I'm too young or whatever. And, you know, I'm doing this and I'm trying to get into a conversation with them and try and, you know, get my way that way, but still be extremely respectful in the situation that we're in. I grew a lot then, an awful lot. And, you know, and that was a very, very struggling time in my life. But how I grew as a person then and those skills that I created there was unbelievable.